Well, good morning, YouTube. Happy Wednesday. This is Michelle, and I guess I'm on a roll. I've got another 6x9 mailer envelope journal to share with you today. This one is going out to a crafty friend. I thought she'd appreciate the theme. And let's get to it. So, what inspired this journal was about a year ago in a pocket letter or an ATC swap or something. I was gifted this adorable wine opener charm. And I just had no idea what I would do with it. And then I started seeing more and more wine-themed things. So I picked up a pack of napkins from Tuesday Morning that have wine on them. And then I found a stamp set at a scrapbook store, a local scrapbook store, and that's where I got these. I just started seeing more and more wine-themed items, and so I've collected them and decided to create a journal. So it's a wine kind of day. I'm sure I got that at Tuesday Morning. I'm positive I got that at Tuesday Morning, and just added some baubles here. I have an eyelet here, and I just put one of the bowl pins and just put some danglies just to give it a little interest on the front. Closure, super simple. Some of the wired ribbon, it's in a copper color, which really goes well with the napkin. And then it's one signature sewn in, and I covered that stitching with a with pamphlet stitch with some crochet trim. So here you can see the back and just see how pretty that came out. So let's get in. Just super simple. Just slides off like this, and that way it can be made larger if need be. And the lip of the envelope comes around to create the closure and to keep all the goodies on the inside. So when you open up the journal, the first page, the napkin's on the outside as well as the inside. But I took one of Denise Sayez's, that's a Tattered Dreams, glassine bags, and I also decoupaged the napkin onto the glassine bag, decorated with some trim, stash trim, and inside the pocket I put a wine tasting guide, because if you're going to be a connoisseur, I guess you need to know what you're drinking, so there's that. The embellishments on the inside are different kinds of papers. Some have been coffee dyed, tea dyed, some are just scrapbook paper, and here we go. So here's one of the stamps that I found. Friends are like fine wine. They get better with age. Isn't that the truth? And a tuck spot here, so I'm pretty sure this is a Tsunami Rose library card. There's that. And then just a little stamping on this is some presentation paper in parchment green. And so we've just got different kinds of papers just to give it some texture. Another stamp, some stamping. We've got some parchment paper here. Here's one of the embellishments I made. This is the die cut, Sizzix die cut of butterflies. But then I went and I found some vintage cocktail advertisements, wine, beer, all that kind of stuff. And so I've made a book page embellishment here, and then just put in some tags that have some eyelash trim. And this paper was actually, the purple color comes from being dyed in Kool-Aid. There's that. So just a journaling page there on both sides. Tuck spot, again, look at that doily, how pretty it came out. It came out more of a pink hue and so I think depending on whether it was a real cotton paper, if there was some polyester. But there's that Kool-Aid page. And just some tucks. There's some journaling cards. More. And here, pretty sure this is a Tsunami Rose collection. There's a coin envelope there. I've got a bow with a little eyelash trim holding that on. And this one says, wine is bottled poetry. Ain't that the truth? So there's that. On the back, this is one of Oh my goodness. Oh, Yvonne's. That's one of Yvonne's freebies. Yvonne White Preston. A little wine glass. So some stamping. Here I've got decoupage on one of the tuck. It's really funny. Crafty Irina recently showed how you can make these tucks for journal inserts, and I like using them in the centers of my journals, but just great way to have some extra tuck spots. So different collections in there. We've got a brown bag. Yeah, this is an envelope. It must have been an envelope. But again, you see some of the vintage, and so you can see how there's some vintage ads there. And this is a tattered floral flower. Tuck spot there. Look at that. It is wine o'clock somewhere. Love that. That's the 2 Sizzix dies. This is the bird from the bird cage, and then that's the clock. There's more stamping. Stamping. Here's another tuck spot. More vintage ads, cocktail ads. A little tag there with some eyelash trim. It's another tuck spot. Doily tuck, tag, backside, and journaling spot. A little stamping vino. Yes. There. The doily, 2 doilies, both of those were, this again was in the grape juice. And then just a fun bag that I'm including that says eat, drink, and be amazing. So that was my quick share for this morning. Hopefully it won't take all day to load up on YouTube. I hope everybody is having a great day, and it definitely is wine o'clock somewhere. Hey, bye. Take care.